Hey folks, welcome to this edition of the Microsoft Cloud News Update. This is where I read the cloud blogs so you don't have to. I'm Carl Kishel. There are a lot of updates to go over this week, so let's jump right into it. Last week was Patch Tuesday, and no, I'm not going to cover Patch Tuesday. Unless you want me to, let me know. Our first update is regarding the outage experience with Microsoft Azure and the Automation, Communication, and Transparency blog post by our CTO, Mark Rasinovich. And this is a pretty good article in terms of getting into the background on some things that are happening behind the scenes to be more transparent on outage reportings. So it gets into some details about the post-incident report, what goes behind creating that, aka also the root cause analysis, and some guiding principles for being a little more transparent on outages, events, experiences, etc. So it gets into these 5 basic communication principles, which are pretty interesting in and of themselves. But I want to call your attention further down in this particular blog post in the going forward section. There's a really good article about, and a link on how to submit an Azure post-incident survey. So every time there's an incident and it's published, at the end of each PIR, there's an opportunity to do a survey and provide feedback from your perspective on the impact or any other items you would wish to articulate regarding the incident using the post-incident survey. So highly recommend that you check that out. Our second update is regarding the Log Analytics query editor and the ability to now view line numbers in the query editor. Yay! Our third update is regarding Azure Backup and the ability and improvements around Azure VM backups with some greater support and functionality, which include restoring unmanaged VM disks as managed VM disks to provide the benefit of managed disks to customers who are currently backing up to unmanaged disks. So some really good insights, information, and configuration information in this blog post if you're using Azure Backup to back up your Azure VMs. Our fourth update is from a third party, and it's pretty straightforward. It's actually a good article on how to leverage Microsoft Teams using 2 different accounts and how to run 2 different instances of Teams with 2 different accounts on the same device. And really it's leveraging the capabilities of progressive web apps and using the new Edge browser, which is Chromium based, to log into Microsoft Teams and have almost full functionality of the desktop app with the web progressive app. So definitely check this out as a nice little workaround and idea to use multiple accounts on the same device. Our fifth update is from the Microsoft 365 Roadmap website. And this update is an update regarding the new file sharing experiences, which is rolling out now and should be available in all tenants by the end of September this calendar year. This new file sharing experience allows you to create a shareable link for any file stored in Teams and directly set the appropriate permissions. So you should see this soon, and it's a really neat feature that's coming out. Our sixth update is in regards to Exchange Server 2016 and the end of mainstream support for 2016. It will be transitioning to extended support this October, specifically October 14th, 2020. So that's right around the corner. So heads up if you're running Exchange 2016 on-prem today, and you definitely want to take a look at the opportunity to migrate into the cloud and Microsoft 365 to take advantage of the new enhancements of Exchange Online. Our seventh update is in regards to Azure AD and assigning groups to Azure AD roles and the availability of this public preview. So this is one of the most requested features in the feedback forums. This allows you to assign groups to Azure Active Directory or Azure AD roles within the service. So this is a public preview, which will be going on for the next 2 to 3 months or so. And if everything goes well, general availability will be right behind that. So definitely check out this blog post for more information. Our 8th update today is in regards to Microsoft Teams. And again, it comes from the Microsoft 365 Roadmap website. This is the feature to spotlight an individual video participant for all attendees in the Teams meeting. So again, it's the ability to lock the presenter video on a particular individual for all attendees. So giving you that extra bit of flexibility and focus within a Teams meeting to, again, focus video on a particular individual. This is currently in development with a release date of September of this year. So keep your eye on this feature for Microsoft Teams coming soon. And finally, our last update for this week, and this is regarding Microsoft technical trainings. These are free technical virtual events regarding Microsoft Cloud. So definitely check out this site if you'd like to register for these free training sessions around Azure, which include server infrastructure, migration, fundamentals, data warehouse, and deployment for Microsoft Azure, and your ability to register for the free training, and also on Microsoft 365 with some training on Teams, securing your organization, and applying some of the new compliancy capabilities of the Microsoft 365 platform for your environment. So definitely check this website out if you're interested in registering for any of these free trainings that are happening now through the month of August and through September as well. That concludes this week's session of the Microsoft Cloud News Update. Appreciate you tuning in this week. Like, subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends, spread the word. Appreciate your attention and have a great week, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.